Welcome to the Rich Girl Roundtable, episode number 2, with your host, Char, Modelle, and
Lisa Sutton, Gunderson, where every episode feels like a conversation you'd have with your smartest, funniest, most stylish girlfriends.
All right. Cheers, girl.
Cheers.
I need a sip because my mouth is dry. The champagne's looking a little orange today.
Rosé all day.
We're gonna. That's right. It's actually really good. Getting started. How was your week? Tell me. Fill me in.
It's been busy. I mean, it's the beginning of summer. So
yes,
I know.
It is beginning of summer.
Well, and we're on the fund side. We're right in the middle of our raise for fund number 2.
Okay.
And
Can you explain that?
Yes. So the Veteran Fund is early stage VC firm. We invest in early stage critical technology companies.
Okay.
And they must have a veteran on the leadership team.
So you're really helping veterans launch their businesses, and it's specific in, what did you say again?
Critical technologies.
Can you explain what that would be in as far as like businesses?
Yeah. So critical technologies, the definition actually tends to change depending on whether it's a press release from the government or if it's a state initiative. But in general, it's a mix of hardware and software that's focused on, sometimes it's like national security priorities.
Okay.
And ultimately, these are all types of technology that ideally should be helping the warfighter, helping advance America, helping protect America.
Okay.
So in our Fund 1 portfolio, we have a mix of hardware and software, and it's things like 3D printed drones, 3D printed satellites, cybersecurity, off-planet data storage.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
We're going to get to that eventually.
Something that's important to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really about investing in not only the future of our country, but perhaps most importantly, investing in American businesses that are built by American entrepreneurs, and who better than to invest in than a military veteran who knows what it's like. They've been boots on the ground.
Sure.
And they are developing the hardwares and softwares that they wish they would have had when they were deployed. And they're coming back here post-military, transitioning into civilian life and realizing there's a really unique opportunity here for me to flex an entrepreneur muscle and create my own company and build the things that I know the most about as a subject matter expert.
And that's, you guys have had the fund for how long? It's
been 4 years.
It's only been 4 years, and
Yes.
it's massive now. You're the most nonchalant person I know. You will nonchalant raise $100 million and be like, we just raised another $100 million for our portfolio. And it's like, oh, how was your day? And I'm just like, wait. It's so funny to me because my friend says it's not the proper term. She's like, you're so chalant as a joke. And I will celebrate anything. And I'm just like, girl, pause a minute. That is crazy to me. So this week, but you guys did, what was it this week?
So this week we put out our quarterly update, and it's really, just highlighting the fact that amazing teams, amazing founders that we've invested in, and aggregately, they've gone on to raise over $500 million with their companies as well. And we were early checks in, and they're just killing it. Like That's just creating incredible technology that is literally helping our country. And they're building it with great teams and great people. So I just couldn't be more grateful to be a small part.
And you're the only female on the board, correct?
I'm the only female general partner. Yes, that's right.
I know, it's so inspiring. It's so inspiring. I wanted to know a little bit more for myself because honestly, when we're sitting here filming these, I get to hear your updates as a friend, and it's so cool just to hear like how much you've grown. And then give me like a business challenge that you had from the week, or even just a challenge in general.
I would say just, if you have brick and mortar stores, like my shipping stores, I love my stores. We love our community. We love our customers, all the things. I would say one of the big challenges, not only that we've faced internally, but just in general, if you have a brick and mortar store that's focused on customer service, sometimes it's really hard to find great staff. And because it
people
becomes
willing to work.
Yeah, and it's a people business. So, you might find folks who are capable of doing the functions of the job, but there is a very unique personality of someone who is like wanting to remember the names of all your regulars and just has more of like a warm, charismatic presence. And right now our staffing is stabilized, which is great, but there certainly are time periods where it's not, and it's stressful.
Do you think it's harder in Vegas? Because there's so much like random opportunities here.
I think with Vegas, I will say a positive here is that because we have such a foundation of hospitality, I do find that there are great folks who are really excellent at customer service.
Yeah.
But finding someone that has that great customer service and also has the skill sets that are going to be required, sometimes that's a mismatch.
For sure. My week is not as tremendous. No.
It's always tremendous.
No, I'm just joking. First, I'll say a business win. Did sign a new client. For those watching and don't know, I own a social media agency, branding agency, and also Monday I'll get to teach your students from the ship.
Yes.
What is it called again? Mailbox.
Mailbox money mentorship.
So I'll get to teach your students. And
I'm
how
excited.
many people in general have you had in it now?
So we have over 140 of our students who have actually gone on to open a store or acquire a store.
That's wild.
And it's incredible.
It's wild. Your course,
It's
because of that, there's
incredible.
140 people that own a shipping store. That's amazing.
Yeah, 140
Again,
just stores out
the
there.
most nonchalant person I know.
They're the ones doing the work, honestly. I mean, it's incredible. They're the ones who
But
are
you're
doing the
not
work.
subtle with your choice of cars.
Yeah, exactly.
Your pink cars. No, this week was actually really fun. Corey has very high-end diamond luxury jewelry. A lot of celebrities wear their jewelry. They were in town and for a trade show. So they invited me in as a creator, and so I got to try on, like millions of dollars worth of diamonds, which is cool. And they're gifting me some earrings, which I'm going to try to wear.
Amazing.
I know, and it's
So
because
great.
it's like everything's handmade and they etch on the side. If you're not familiar with Corey, they etch something on every single one. It's like they have their own little signature etch. And they
Nice.
said a lot of their jewelry is touched by at least 20 people before it.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's personalized. They even have a ring that like looks like Taylor Swift's wedding ring that they made after hers. So people are running for that, and it was just cool. Just to see just so much, I don't know, like real diamonds. And we did a video with the rubies that were $320,000.
Wow.
I just can't imagine like I was holding ruby earrings that were that expensive.
Yeah.
And then me and my girlfriends, a group of us, we went to, which I feel like is underrated, like the Palms Theater. Like a lot of people don't realize there's
It's
a theater.
Great movie theater.
It's a great movie theater. It's
Yeah.
like super underrated, but
Yeah.
they gave us the theater for us to watch Devil Wears Prada 2
How fun. Yeah.
privately. So that was fun. So it was just a lot of like creator stuff this week. Double tapping on the jewelry though, which I might be jumping ahead, but I was like, I love all of this, but I can't imagine owning any of it only because I'd be afraid to be like, here's my like giant,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
$320,000.
No,
I
it's
don't want
a
somebody
lot,
like
yeah.
hunting me down for these earrings because I went
Mhm.
online and I'm like, look at my earrings. But they were
Mhm.
stunning. But I have a lot of respect for the brand and their story. I want to get into our Rich Girl rant and our Rich Girl rave of the week. So-
Wait, what was a business challenge that you had recently?
Oh, you know what? Actually, for me, it's just everything has to be so timed. So a lot of people don't realize, like, I have been with this Men of Action, is a group of men. Michael Sartain is a personal brand that
It's a client of
Mhm,
yours.
he's a client of mine that I launched on IG. And the reason why they had hired me, because I'm the only female also on that team, is because they'd seen my work with Cody Sanchez. For those that aren't familiar, I launched her as well on Instagram and socials. I think back in 2021 is when it was. And so they saw my work with her. So Michael's like, can you do that for us? And I've been a really big growing part of this team to help them scale their organic funnel. Fancy way of saying, like, instead of using ads, like, it's how do we make the money with our content, pure content, bringing in the dollars. So they had no money coming in that way. We built it to 6 figures monthly. It's ebbs and flows. But
That's amazing, by the
thanks.
way.
I
Like,
appreciate that.
everyone says they want to try to do that, and it's very hard to do that.
It takes there's a lot of stuff I do and I'm like geeking out on ways to reach the audience. And I think it's so funny because if anybody looks it up, the brand will be maybe quite shocking that I'm one of the people behind
It's actually
it.
a woman behind the brand. Right.
Both of us are like one is like the only female there. And but it's funny because I have a lot of fun with it for that reason. and just seeing the course grow, the students grow. And no, I mean, so this week the challenge is sort of like we're launching new lead magnets, which we just want to reach audiences by giving them something valuable. So while I'm juggling that and then my agency, I'm very much too involved in certain parts of my agency that I do have assistants. I have two, but I still am like a little bit too involved. And I would love to, later on, we can discuss these topics too. Like, how do you successfully train another you? I'm getting so much better at it. Like, I can take the week and travel and not stress, but I definitely see there's nothing that doesn't pass through me, like on both sides. So imagine like I'm looking at
and then
hundreds.
you kind of become the bottleneck.
Yeah,
right?
because I'm looking at hundreds of pieces of content, and then I'll have editors on their team and editors on mine where I'm shifting things around. And so, but I do enjoy it, but that's probably been the challenge. And then juggling the podcast and the content there. But I actually think I've done a pretty good job, but there's definitely a juggle with that. And you have to learn how to stay focused. I can feel, lack of a better word, ADD when I'm trying to focus on multiple projects, because it's like, and I'm sure you understand it. You have like people messaging you from one team, and then each client, we have like a Slack or WhatsApp channel, and they're messaging me, and then my team's messaging me, and then you just sort of have to like buckle down and focus and like turn. My phone's on silent all day.
Yeah,
That's
you're at the
actually-
mercy of the inbounds, kind of. I know.
I just
lot.
like ignore everything until I get each task done, you know? So I'd say that was probably it.
Hurdle. Yeah.
And then, okay, so now Rich Girl Rant, Rich Girl Rave. Let's start with your rant. I want to hear it.
How much time do we have? No, I'm just kidding.
I think we touched on these, and I just was like laughing, but I want to hear yours. Let's go with rants first.
I was gonna say I don't remember my rant.
Okay.
Could you refresh me?
Did you tell me? Let's see. Oh, influencer moms. Because you were like,
oh yes, okay.
Do you remember now?
Okay, sorry. Let's. Okay, my rich girl rant.
Yeah.
My IG is filled with reels of moms who are like, oh, look at what my 10-month-old eats in a day, and it's a full plate of like, there's pancakes and there's little cut up blueberries and there's all these things, and they just eat the whole thing. My son just turned 15 months old. If I can get him to get 2 bites of anything right now, it's such a win. And so when I'm getting served these reels, I have like baby food envy that these kids are just eating all this food, and I'm like, how are you getting your kid to eat this whole plate of food? What are you doing? That's what I'd like to know.
Is there a reward system? Is it like you eat this and then you get that?
Possibly, but they're so young. You can't like rationally reason with them yet, right? There is no reward system. It's either immediate reward or immediate non-reward at the moment.
But I think it's funny because it's like I see so much content about moms struggling to get their children to eat anything, and then they just like give in, and then people will tear them apart in the comments about like, why are you letting your child eat that way? They're like, hello, like, is this your child? You don't understand like the fact that my child's eating at all is seriously my win of the day.
Yeah, the whole like kind of fed is best.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, certainly new moms out there can commiserate too. Like if you go through the breastfeeding journey, sometimes there's difficulty in the beginning, and you are so stressed because you just want this little human to gain weight and get the nutrients they need. And it's okay if, you know, the breastfeeding isn't working. Supplement with formula. It's okay. Sure. You know, like that's okay. And I think sometimes for moms, it's hard for them to give themselves that permission because they know that, you know, they're told by everybody breast milk is the best and that's the most nutritious. But if your kid doesn't want to eat that way, like you've got to feed them still.
Right. They still have to eat.
It's okay. Like
what is
fed
he eating?
Is best.
What is he eating these days?
We are fully in he loves pizza. He loves chicken nuggets. And I will admit, I used to be one of those before I had a kid. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're letting their 1-year-old just eat like chicken nuggets. Like they should be eating like rice and sweet potato and protein and steak and, you know. Well, if your kid will eat that, great. But if they won't, you still want them to eat.
Like at least he's eating.
At least he's eating.
They have healthier versions of the foods that you mentioned now.
Absolutely, yeah. So we have like these organic chicken nuggets, which is just it's ground chicken that is, you know, put with a coating and then it's baked. So it's not like a McDonald's chicken nugget mystery meat type of thing.
That's a very different type of chicken nugget.
Correct. Yeah. It's a ground chicken with breading on the outside, basically. So it's fine. But yeah, of course, you have all these ideals where you're like, oh, I want my baby eating, the best of the best all the time. And sometimes they refuse. And you can't get it in hell or high water. You just can't. So
I feel like a lot of times the influencer moms, I mean, it's like, how many takes did it take?
Right.
Like, how many takes did it take to get your baby to eat that?
Yes, to have this perfect 40-second, your kid just like ate all the food on the plate and he's smiling and he's so happy. No, like mealtime sometimes is Gabriel crying because he is tired of sitting in the chair and he doesn't want to eat.
Yeah. It's like take 431. Got it.
Yeah. Great point.
My rant of the week is I am so angry about like all of the AstroTurf being put down and the grass being ripped up in Vegas.
It's the worst.
I know in California they experience this, Arizona and some of the hotter states, but I think it was like 100,000 yards of grass. I'll have to look up. I think that's what it was.
It was like ripped out
for AstroTurf because we don't have enough water. And where I live in my community, one of the reasons why we moved there was because of all the greenery. And it was like there was grass and there's trees.
Yeah, real grass.
Exactly.
Yes.
And in Las Vegas, them ripping up the grass, what they were not counting on was it killed a lot of trees.
Yes. Now everything's coming out that it's actually really bad for the environment.
Yeah.
They just put down
thousands of trees.
Yeah.
So they killed thousands of trees, and now there's like a lawsuit of some sort like happening where the communities are coming together, and they're like, hey, you killed the trees because you put down this fake grass.
Forced us to. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we want you to, so now they're planting trees. The lawsuit's still in motion, but I'm just like, what is AstroTurf made out of that it's not melting?
Like plastic.
In 115 degree weather for 10 hours in the summer, why isn't it melting? And what kind of crap is it putting off that we're breathing in?
Right.
I think about that way too much. I think about grass way too much.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's like, I think it's from 2021 onward, as far as if you have a home or like a new build residential home that's built in 2021 onward, you as a homeowner, you own your home, you own the lot, you own the land, all the things, you are not allowed by the county, I guess, right? You're not allowed to put down real grass in your own yard that you own, that you paid for.
That's wild. It's just wild insane. To me.
It's totally insane.
Let me have my grass. I'm going to order one of those things for those pets, and I'm just going to sit on it myself.
Just order like 50 of them and just have them
I just need to touch some grass. Yeah. I have to order
is
it,
it so much to ask to want real grass
in
your own backyard?
Yeah. And you guys seem to have money for everything else, for water, for everything else, but
yeah, meanwhile they're building a brand new community all the way up northwest that's going to be a golf course community.
Okay.
Guess what a golf course has? Real grass and sucks up a lot of water.
Side note, they were saying that, and again, I don't know if these studies are true. These are just things that were running through the news about being in a 2-mile radius, about the toxins being near a golf course.
A golf course. I read that.
There was like, I can't remember what disease it was.
Higher cases of dementia and
yes,
Alzheimer's.
That's what it was. It was. And I was like, we're within 2 miles of a radius of a golf course, and I'm like, no,
so interesting because it's because of like the pesticides and
so much pesticides
chemicals
and chemicals
that they use.
To keep that grass the way it is takes a lot of pesticides and chemicals. So anyway, I don't want to ruin it for the people watching. Oh no, I'm gonna be that person that like ruins everything. No. So. No, I'm just going to say it with a smile, and I'll
Only
be like,
this segment.
No, but have fun with, like, I will still go on a golf day with the girls if for some reason I was out there just because I think the golf cart's fun. But like, and I'll still enjoy it, but maybe like think twice about living near a golf community.
It's just a data point to look into. It's just, right? Like research it and learn more.
Okay. I'll try not to ruin everything. Okay, I'm going to give a rave then.
Okay.
I just feel like the girls, like to know this sometimes because we try a lot of products, and I have tried airbrush tanning. I don't know if I can quite get used to just standing there butt naked in front of somebody for them to tan me yet.
Like a custom spray tan?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Talk about wanting to get in better shape. It's not even for anybody else. Just because I'm my spray tan
person. Yeah. So we don't have to like subject them. Like, I'm sorry.
I don't want to apologize. See the girl giving me a spray tan.
Well, as they say, right? In pageantry, certainly, they're like, if you can't tone it, tan it.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah. So
Right.
if
I'm
you
like,
can't tone it, tan
please
it.
don't judge me right now. I'm not having like the best, fittest day or something. Like today's like, I feel like, like a fat day or something. Like,
But, with the custom spray tan, like there's a great one I went to for years called Bronze Tour locally. And sometimes you need like a person to like really.
but don't you feel like it's
get in
a little
there.
bit interesting though? You're just like, I'm like talking to her and she's like near my bikini line, like spraying me, and I'm like, la la la, like no big deal. But for
Yeah.
everybody else, I did not grow up in a household where we were like naked around each other. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like European countries it's like more acceptable. So we were very modest, and that's a story for another day because I grew up really religious. But I feel like in spilling into my adulthood that I'm just like, okay, I have to get over this. But that wasn't even the product. The product was on days I'm not going there, the touch up in between, I'm using fake bake, and it looks just like the color of the airbrush, which is
you look
this is definitely
tanned.
from her. I feel like I don't know where that mark is from. Don't look at that. But you use Jergens, which is shocking to me because it makes me orange, but it works for you, and that's why you just have to like try different products out.
I've tried so many different kind of DIY ones as well, and yeah, Jergens Sunless Tan, the foam.
God, I can't believe it works for you. It looks
Jergens Sunless Tan totally works for me. But I have a yellow undertone.
Sure. I have a pink red undertone, and it just depends on your undertones.
It just depends. Yeah, exactly. And I use a mitt. I'll use a mitt for that.
I do too, and just kind of.
Yeah, I know some people you have like a brush or all. I
tried
just
to
use
spray,
a mitt.
but if it drips or something, then it like you're stuck like that. And I've had that happen one time. I was getting ready we were gonna be in bikinis, and I was spraying in a booth. And it dripped down my back, all the way down my leg. It looked so gross, mind you, in a bikini to have dark brown spots going down your leg. And I was trying to cover it up with makeup. And I was just like, okay, for bikini stuff, I definitely need to invest in somebody else spraying me. I can't have this happen ever again. It was so embarrassing.
Last week, myself, my husband, and our son, we went to a friend's their daughter was graduating. So we went to their graduation party. And I had put Jergens Sunless Tan like quickly on my legs because we were going to this event, right? I'm sitting there. I have Gabriel on my lap, and he had like, he's sipping out on those sippy cups.
Sure.
And water just spills. Yeah. Right? So then I have like streaks of fake tan just running down my leg.
No.
And Josh just looks at me, and I was like, please help.
Please help me now.
Right? Please help me. Because Gabriel's just sitting on me, and I was just like, please help. Like, it was just literally like running down my leg.
Oh, no.
And so God
Did
bless
it
him.
stain that way?
Well, so this is why, ladies, like, marry a smart man. Right? Marry a smart man. Josh immediately takes a cloth napkin. He like dips it in water and then just starts like buffing out.
Oh, smart.
He starts buffing out the streaks, and it totally worked. My legs were not as tan as they were when I left the house, but
they weren't streaked.
I didn't have zebra streaks running down the rest of the time that we were there.
When I was little, or 17, I guess little. But, that feels like little now. My dad was helping with electricity in a church in Palau. And I wasn't used to being out in the sun. I was in the sun and the water. And for some reason, I brushed up against something and my legs were itching. So I went like this and scratched my legs. But I had sunscreen on. And I had gotten seriously burned, girl.
Oh,
For the entire summer, I had streaks of tan. And it was like this to white on my legs all summer. And I had to wear like long... Well, I was wearing skirts at the time. I had to wear long skirts the rest of summer, and it did not fade till fall.
Wow.
It's so embarrassing. I was out there way too long in the sun. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
And then your rave, which we were talking about this week, is an island I never heard of.
Oh my gosh. My Rich Girl rave is Tofino.
Where is this?
That's what I said.
Sounds like a place in Italy, though.
That's what I said. So Tofino is this wonderful, magical place. It is an island off the west coast of Canada. And and I heard about this, and I got to go there. I'm part of YPO, the Young Presidents Organization, and our forum, which is like a small group. Yeah, our forum did our forum retreat, and the way that we structure our forum retreats is that each member kind of spearheads or champions a location in the agenda based on the place that is like special to them that they want to share with the rest of the group.
That's cool.
It's super cool.
That's really cool. Really,
It's so
when you think
lovely.
about
Yeah,
it.
it's a very like special experience
Sure.
for all of us. And Emily, who is, you
Oh,
know,
I know
Emily.
Emily.
Yeah, Emily's one of my forum mates.
Yeah.
And she's wonderful. She's godmother to our son. I mean, she's such an amazing person. She's Canadian.
Okay.
By birth.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my gosh, I want to take you guys to Tofino. And I immediately thought it was Italy.
It sounds
and
like
I was
Italy.
like, amazing. I've never heard of Tofino though. Like where is it? And I'm expecting her to say somewhere in Italy. And she's like, it's off, like you get there from flying out of Vancouver.
Okay.
And I'm like, Canada? And she's like, yeah. So you take a seaplane
Okay.
from Vancouver out to Tofino. And it was just magical.
What would you, is there like a lot of trees? Is there gardens or what?
Yes, exactly. It's literally these like beautiful, there's tons of islands, these fully green, lush, huge pine trees, like lush islands that are in the water out there. And
I had no idea.
I know, it's so special. And so Tofino is one of the islands, or it's a city on one of the islands, and it's just like so lovely and quaint and teeny tiny. There are no like chains out there, like franchises.
Oh, really? They just don't.
There's
just not.
No,
not allowed.
There's not a Target. There's not a Starbucks. There's
I like
not
that though.
Yes.
You know, when you're traveling, you don't want to go to the chains unless it's for an emergency. Like you want to experience something that's like local.
Right.
I feel like.
And so it's an island, right? So you have like incredible beach. Like there's this like, miles long beach. Like it's just beautiful. And I was so just impressed with like how much nature and beauty is really all around us and so accessible.
You had struggles getting up there though.
Oh my
You're not going past this without sharing this story.
I like to consider myself a well-seasoned traveler and well-seasoned international traveler as well. And obviously with a kiddo now, there's logistics other than just for someone like myself where I used to just pack my bag and hit the road.
Sure.
Easy peasy. Now so my husband, he's at Luke Air Force Base right now doing F-35 training. So he's down in Phoenix for parts of the week. And this retreat that we were doing with all the meetings and everything we had was structured during the week. So I basically set up where we had our son down there with Josh and some of his family. And then I was able to fly out and I booked a flight from Phoenix to Vancouver, a direct flight, easy, great.
Sure.
Phoenix to Vancouver. And Josh was driving me to the airport, the Phoenix airport. And I just looked at him and I was like, I don't have my passport. My passport is in Las Vegas.
Oh, no.
And I just also kind of forgot I need a passport to go to Canada.
Right. It's,
you know,
I know, but
what I mean?
it feels
like,
weird. Like you don't need one.
Yeah. Like I don't know what I was thinking. Like
sure.
I just didn't also remember during all the packing, all the prep. Oh, bring your passport because you are traveling internationally.
Yeah. It doesn't feel foreign to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh my gosh. And he was like, oh my gosh. And I was just like, husband, I was like, please, I was like, it's your job is help me, remind this stuff, help me remember this stuff. And so in short, it was such a crazy travel day. I went from Phoenix to Vegas. Okay. And that was also the same day that everyone was flying out of Vegas because EDC was over.
Oh, God.
Electric DC Carnival was over.
That's a wild time to be leaving.
You could not get a seat out on an outbound flight leaving Vegas. You just couldn't. I went standby from Vegas to Seattle because I was like, well, get me in the vicinity of Vancouver, right? Luckily, our wonderful nanny, Rosa, literally drove to our house, grabbed the passport for me. We came to the airport. It was this dramatic, like I ran outside. She like throws me the passport. I grab it and run away. I mean, it was just so drama to get this document I need to travel. And then I'm on standby on a Southwest flight to Seattle, and they're calling boarding group 5. So they're almost done boarding. I'm just looking at it, and the Southwest reps are so nice. They were just like, I am so sorry. They were like watching for me too. They were like, I'm so sorry. It's totally booked full.
Oh no.
And they were like refreshing the seats, And then during the boarding of group 5, so we're almost done, right? I was already like, okay, I got to figure something else out. They were like, oh my God. They were like, someone just canceled like their seat. Someone
like
just canceled their seat. Yeah.
They're like, who cancels it that fast?
They're like, someone just canceled it. Like we're getting you on the flight. And so I get on as a standby
Yay.
passenger, make it to Seattle.
Yeah.
Then I had to book a flight from Seattle to Vancouver, and then the seaplane situation. So all the commercial seaplanes stopped their route by mid-afternoon.
Oh my gosh.
So
early.
I had missed the flight that I was originally booked on to get out to Tofino. The only other way out there is a 5.5-hour drive. And you also have to take a ferry. I mean, it's an entire production.
No way. Yeah.
And everyone was like really nervous for me. Like they're just like, I don't think you should do that. Like it could be a little crazy. And lo and behold, Emily, they consider her like capable girlfriends, right?
Oh my gosh.
Emily obviously was aware of the saga and having this travel saga, which was self-inflicted because I forgot my stupid passport. And she is doing a work day at the same time with her CRO of her former CRO of her company, for former company. She just sold it. Amazing. And he is from that area. And he's like, well, my friend is a pilot for one of these charter companies that flies the seaplanes. He was like, well, let me like contact him. And so thank God I was able to get on a seaplane, a little 4-seater one, the seaplane, as soon as I got into Vancouver. And Sean was the pilot. He was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
And he flew me from Vancouver to Tofino.
Like, talk about, oh my God, last minute getting there. I feel like I would just cave and start crying. No, I mean, we were actually pretty good when things happen in our travel to try to think quickly, but I wouldn't expect somebody to have a pilot friend able to get me there.
What are the odds? Yeah, exactly. It was just like kind of these like, what are the odds type of situation where it just was not working out. And then all of a sudden it worked out really beautifully.
Is it all business? Or are you guys like having parties? What is it when you get there?
Yeah, no, it's very, so we like to do what's called a fun retreat and then a like education focused retreat.
Sure.
And so this one was our education focused retreat where we actually flew in a resource. He was amazing. His name was Ryan Walter, former professional hockey player, has won the Stanley Cup before. He was wonderful. And he's from the area. He's Canadian. And so we brought him in as a resource and essentially did like a workshop with him. And he was awesome. I have so many notes. Of course, I'll share with you. Essentially, he was talking about how, what kind of mindset do you need if you have won the Stanley Cup? And whatever that means for us in our businesses, right? Maybe that means you had a great exit. Maybe that means you hit a big financial milestone or whatever that is, right? You have now won the Stanley Cup. What kind of mindset do you need to come back and win the cup again next year? And it was very powerful. And I liked some of the questions he had around, are you coming to work or are you coming to win?
Ooh, I like that.
Right. I loved that. And he talked about the mentality of, because he had been on teams that were losing teams and lost all season, and he had been on teams that won the Stanley Cup. What is that inside the locker room mentality look like, right? What is the mindset of the people inside those locker rooms day to day? And obviously you equate it to what we do in business. And I loved that simple question. Are you coming to work or are you coming to win? And he shared a tactic that the team that he was on, that was a losing team, when they were looking at, hey, how do we get better? Well, we need to win more games, right? I mean, so here's like this kind of simple solution. But then the real question, if you like reverse engineer it, like, okay, well, how do you win more games? What small actions and components are required to win? And they broke it down where the simple idea of making sure that your stick is on the puck, stick on puck. Your stick is on the puck. So whether your stick is on the puck because you're advancing it forward or you're trying to defend against it, if your opponent has the puck, can you get your stick in the way enough to, either block it, move it around, send it somewhere else they don't want it sent? And so that idea, that small action, as soon as they got laser focused on every time I'm out there, my stick is on the puck.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they start winning games.
Wow. Just as simple as like the focus for that.
Yeah. So in business, right, it's kind of like what granular action can we be doing that is similar to that stick on puck? And the second that we're focused on that and being conscientious of that and intentional with that, all of a sudden we're getting these great results over here that are a result of staying focused on
Yeah.
that kind of one singular action. So I really loved that too.
I do, side note, have to commend our Vegas Golden Knights team. Speaking of
Yes.
hockey.
We're in the Stanley Cup Finals. We're going to the game on Saturday. Let's go Knights. Go Knights, go.
I know. I'm just amazed because we're doing better than Canada, which we have for a while. But just because it's a Vegas team, it's hot. I think people in the beginning had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy said, it might have been their first season that he got a ticket towards the front for like $36 before they ever, you know what I mean? Before it was like one of the first few games. And he's like, those same seats are like thousands of dollars now.
Yeah.
And you're just like, look, because they've grown so much. And so even people that didn't like hockey, you can't ignore what's happening here. It's like, oh no, they're not going to win. They're not going to go to get the Stanley Cup this year. They're not going to get to the, what is it called? The finals, the play. I can't remember what it's called.
Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah.
They're not going to get
which
that
we are
far.
in right now. Yeah.
Yes. And all of a sudden they get in and everyone's like, oh, wait,
Yeah.
they are. And I love that turnaround, because if there's one thing about that team that's inspiring, it's that you don't know. There's a surprise element. You can't look at a team and be like, they're not going to win. They're not going to get through to the next stage. We've seen it over and over again. I'm out. But for this one, it's like a surprise, and it makes it exciting because you don't know. And so like even next year, it's going to impact. You may think we're losing, and then all of a sudden you're like, no, but there's a chance that they'll turn it around again, just like they did this year. And so like I don't even follow hockey that closely, but watching them has been so fun, just because then you're just like, wow, this team, it came from nothing, really. The ones that they were picked over, is now like winning. It's so fun. I love it.
And I just love too that the Golden Knights, especially that first year, it was such a magical time period. And with, what happened 1 October here in Vegas, especially Vegas locals know, I mean, you were there. The fact that the team rallied around that and poured themselves into the local community, like that was so meaningful to locals.
Yeah, my phone is on. Just a second. Hang on, pause here.
No, you're fine.
I didn't know it was on. Go ahead.
That was so meaningful to locals, and I think really set the tone and the stage and laid a massive foundation for why Las Vegans love our Vegas Golden Knights.
I love that. They were like a team involved from the beginning in the community, and I don't know how it is in other places, but I think you're right. I think it like gave them an extra layer of care, and people saw that, and it just sort of was like, oh, these aren't just people playing a sport.
Right.
Like they're heavily involved. Even if they weren't born and raised here, like they're involved.
Yeah, the team is Vegas born, as they say. So it's great.
And then we were talking about this week too, just like switching gears. Just like what is going on with Gen Z, like not having fun these days.
And they're self-proclaimed about it. Very self-proclaimed not having fun. I think they're the generation that has the highest depression rate.
Yeah, they're on the most medications. They're the most overweight.
Yeah,
it's
wild.
Do you think it has to do with COVID, or maybe that just like caused them to be afraid of everything? Or
I mean,
they've seen some shit,
Well,
so it's like
that I think that generation, they were in high school during COVID, like kind of junior high school during COVID, which is like bonkers crazy. I couldn't imagine growing up in a time period or maybe a household, right?
Yeah.
If it's like, outside is scary. Don't be near anybody. You can't go into anywhere where there's other people because you might catch something that could kill you. Like that was the sentiment in some ways. And it was so fear-based.
But we
so
grew up
scary
with 9/11,
trauma.
and I don't think that made us like not want to do anything. But I guess it's different because we weren't stuck in our houses though.
Right. Well, and I think 9/11 as well. I mean, I'll speak for myself. I was a junior in high school when that happened. And I mean, obviously my dad worked for the government. He had been to the Pentagon many times. So all of it really hit very close to home. And it immediately, I think, unified the country in a very important way because like the country and our U.S. citizens, we were getting attacked on our own soil.
Yeah, I think. I mean, every generation is like impacted in different ways. It's just for this one, I'm like, oh my God, take risks. Like they're afraid of everything. And I'm not going to speak for every single person out there because I think there are definitely, it's just more of it's more common than not.
Right.
So it's like, but on their phones. They're in a different generation with social media that we did not have to worry about until, I mean, sure, later, like in our
until
20s.
college.
But we
Facebook
knew,
was .edu when I joined.
That is
you had to have a .edu email address to join
God.
Facebook. Do you remember this? This was my last year of college.
I forgot.
I joined Facebook with my .edu email address, college email address. And yeah, like it was just, we were out in the nightclubs with our digital camera.
I love it though.
With like wrapped around the wrist,
were.
you know. I had a BlackBerry in 2007.
Crackberry.
Like, yeah, like going around to the clubs in Miami and stuff. But it took terrible photos.
It took terrible ones.
You can't
God.
use those photos. They're like blurry and terrible.
I remember I had a Razor, the pink Razor phone.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I mean, it's like, okay, we've gone healthier because we know alcohol's not good for you and whatever, but at the same time, okay, everything can be unhealthy to a degree, but also like not enjoying your life whatsoever and not having fun at all. And I think about it and I'm like, some of the medications that you're taking or maybe that you don't need are way more toxic than having a drink every now and again. It's like, you know, so it's crazy.
I don't remember as millennials, right? I don't remember whether it's junior high, high school. I don't remember my classmates being medicated.
It started I remember being around a lot of people in college. They were on Xanax and there was, I can't remember what it was. It was like a happy pill, they called it at the time. It was starting to get a little bit more popular, but not like now. Not like now where every single person is on something. It's rare to say that you're not on something. And like, I don't even own Tylenol at home. Like I
don't take any medication.
Yeah. And I just, because I want my body to be able to like repair itself.
Because it can. Your body can repair itself. Yeah.
Now I'm not saying that there's certain people that don't need medication. And I don't want to say it like that because there absolutely medication can be helpful. But I just mean like running to a pill to solve your problems right away. And then I'm like, oh wait, when's the last time you got outside and got some sunshine? Right. Like when's the last time you hung out with your friends, not on your phone? Like when's the last time that you worked out or, you know, and had a real meal like that was homegrown? Like when is the last time, you know what I mean? Like you did something spontaneous, unplanned.
Yes.
And so we have like this generation that feels like they're living and it's all done through their phone. And you're like, oh, you know, like, hey, that's not like real life. Like kind of not. But you need to see people face to face, like tangibly touch someone, have a hug, you know?
Yeah. Well, and during COVID, I mean, oh my gosh, I was working all of COVID and also running for Congress.
Oh my God, that was right.
Yeah, this is 2020.
Girl, you were like trying to door knock.
2020, yes.
How was that happening? Did you have a mask on?
COVID happened in the middle of the campaign. So I launched my campaign. I ran for Congress during the 2020 cycle. Politics is not in the plan, still not in the plan. I just, as many first-time candidates do, I felt very compelled to run because I was like, I can fix this problem and I'm a better candidate than the current elected. All that said, I launched my campaign September of 2019 and hit the ground running. I was like, we were off to the races, all the things. And then March 2020 happens.
Oh my God.
Drama on the cupcake side because immediately they were like, you guys aren't essential. And we were like, we are essential. Cupcakes are essential.
Wait, explain, because you had a cupcake business.
Yes, I used to have a cupcake business. And then the mailbox shipping stores, luckily essential. And actually, they never closed all of 2020. We had a better 2020 than we did 2019 because of the increase in shipping, mailbox customers, all the things. But I bring that up only because all during COVID, even that kind of early rough period of like March, April, May, that time period where no one really knew what was going on and how dangerous is it and is this a danger? All those questions were popping up.
Sure.
And people were going in and closing businesses because they weren't essential. I mean, all these things were happening. I was working every day. I was working in the ship stores. I was just wiping stuff down. And we told our staff, we said, if you want to wear a mask, you're welcome to wear a mask. We're not going to mask mandate you. But if you want to wear one, please do. But what we're going to be most focused on is making sure everything is sterile and clean.
Sure.
Because we're handling packages, we're handling mail, we're handling these things that are coming from wherever. And so we were very much focused on the hygiene aspect of it. And the store was like the most clean it's ever been.
Oh my God, that's
it was
so
like
funny.
Pristine. And that was it. I mean, we realized really quickly, wait, we can't close these stores because our carriers were still coming. Like the drivers from Postal Service, UPS, and FedEx, they were still coming in the door with mail.
Yeah.
They had a mask on, but they were still coming in the door. So we were like, well, we at least have to be open to accommodate the influx of mail and receive that for our customers. And then we realized, well, let's just be open the rest of the time and see if our customers need service. And they did.
And right after that, as soon as the world opened, you and I did a lot of traveling together.
We had the most insane 2021.
Oh my gosh.
Best ever.
When was your birthday that we went to Miami though? Was that a year later?
It was March 2021. It was 1 year after COVID. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just because we had so many trips together that year and you were just like, hey, do you want to come?
Everywhere. 2021 is a special time period in my life because I had lost the election.
Oh my gosh.
My dad passed away, unrelated to COVID. My dad passed away and I had ended a 5-year relationship.
Wow.
Right. And so it was just that convergence of all those things where 2021 was my like,
I'm out.
I'm down for whatever year.
I'm have fun.
Yes. I'm running around with my girlfriends all of 2021. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. And oh my gosh. Should we
it was 12 months of insanity.
Wait, we were in Miami though, and do you remember? Because you were partying for your birthday. What? I don't remember how old you were turning, but you invited all your girlfriends down, and it was like 5 nights that we were in Miami partying for your birthday.
Yes.
I actually had to stop drinking by like
night 3.
Yes. Yeah. Night 3, I couldn't hang, and I stayed sober because there's times.
Char, you almost got into a fight that trip.
That wasn't my fault.
She was protecting me. Char is you guys know this. Char and I have been friends for 16 years. Char is a down, bout it girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, she will have your back for anything, and that includes physical altercations with other people.
I mean, I'm not the one starting the fight, but just don't get in my face.
We have to find the picture. Char had a ponytail with like a long braid.
It was a braid. Girl, I was ready.
It was like channeling Mortal Kombat. It was channeling Mortal Kombat. And yeah, where were we? It was the tea room in Brickell.
Okay.
In Miami. Yes.
So but here's the thing. I wasn't making enough money at the time to own like expensive handbags, and all you girls had these designer bags, and you were setting them down and you were like getting wild. I was afraid because there was people circling our table, and I'm like, no, one of these bitches are going to steal our bags. So I was afraid because they were like,
Char was like mother hen that night. And I appreciate that because I was not looking out for anyone, including myself.
When friends go to here, I always come down just to make sure like one of us is
We need the balance. Someone has to be mother hen. Yes,
and
thank you.
You were given a lot of tequila shots. So this gentleman, I guess, I think he was a lawyer there. Yeah, he told me he was a lawyer. He came over and I knew that he was like eyeing you and you were single, whatever, and you were interested, but you were just like, I'm having
and this
a
is
good
already
time.
late in the night.
This is late in the night.
You guys, nothing good happens after 2 a.m. ever anyway.
I saw him.
Yeah, it was late.
It was late, girl.
It was
getting
late.
down to the music and having fun, and I was like, okay,
we were dancing. It was hip hop. It was fun.
Of course.
It was so fun.
You were like, of course it was hip hop. He takes you to the bar, and I had already cut you off. So anytime you were like grabbing a drink, I'm like, no, girl,
you're good.
You're good. And he takes you to the bar. He knows. I told him, hey, don't give her. I said, don't give you any more drinks.
Yeah.
She's done. We were at the bar, and he's ordering you more tequila shots. He's handing it to you, and I take it out of the hand, and I go, no. I said, don't give her any more shots. And he looks at me, and he goes, she wanted a shot from me. And then I said, no.
She's not capable of deciding. Yeah.
She's cut off for the night. And then he starts yelling at me. And I wasn't being rude, but I was being firm because I had already told him like 3 times because he was trying to give you some earlier. Like he was walking over there. And I never accept a shot or a drink from somebody away from the bar anyway. That was like, duh.
Yeah.
So he like sets it down after he keeps trying to hand you, sets it down. He gets in my face and then he's like, I'm going to kick your ass. And I go, is this really happening right now?
Yeah.
I said, you're going to fight me?
Yeah.
I was literally just like, I was like, you're going to hit me? Like, what's going on? And I was so shocked that he was just like, and he said, and I'll make sure you can never get in here again. And then I was like, well,
we don't know who this stranger is.
I don't know who he was, but he was a lawyer. So I'm like, what the hell, dude? And so I looked at him and then I was like, I was like, Lisa, we need to go. And then I'm like, oh my God, he's going to come over here and like literally try to harm me. So I grab up the bags. You girls are like, like
We
drunk.
did not even know what was
I'm
going
like, here's
on.
your bag. Here's your bag. Here's your bag. Here's your bag. We got to go. And you're like laughing and like have no idea. And then
No idea.
I was like, we need to go now, shoving you in the elevator. And girl, he was screaming at me and he was doing this bit as we were walking out. He was yelling at me. And then finally I was like, fuck you too, dude. Bleep that out. And so anyway, I was just like, it was funny, but I laugh now because I'm like, oh my God, to like whip my braid around and like, girl, I was going to pull out some ninja moves for you.
Oh my gosh.
I was ready.
Thank
I didn't
you.
know where they were going to come from, but I was going to make it happen.
Thank you so much.
We
This
met.
is why you need your like
Ride or
back
die.
in the day ride or die friends, honestly. And I don't generally drink like that at all. It was like
No, it
that
was your
night
birthday.
was like, I was just having so much fun dancing with the girls. It was just all I remember that night was having such a good time dancing. But yeah, when you told us the story the next morning, we were just like jaws on the floor. We were like, what?
It's so
What do you
funny.
mean? Like,
I still have photos from that
That was
night. I
insane.
still have a video of you dancing from that night. You had the sailor hat on. It was so
Yes.
cute. Such a good memory. But you know what? I can't even remember the last time. I actually can't even remember the last time I was drunk. I got
Same,
really
yeah.
buzzed.
It's been a long time.
And it made me really sick. And I was like
Mhm.
disappointed.
And I was disappointed. Yeah, exactly.
I was so disappointed because I can't drink ever more than one. And if I have
Mhm.
two, if it's I can't do hard alcohol.
Right. No,
I can-
same.
Two
Yeah.
glasses of champagne I can handle. And
Mhm.
I can try sips of drinks. I'll do that. But like, I can't like drink, girl. Like,
Yeah.
no drank for Char. Like, I
Yes.
can't hold it.
Yeah. No, 2021 was my year of like, after that, I was like, I can't do hard alcohol. Like, I was just like,
So-
it's just not.
I wish, but like, I
Doesn't
like,
work for me
sometimes I
anymore.
want to. Like, sometimes I want to be like, oh, I'll take the shot. And instead, I'm like, I think about it the next day. And then I'm like, that shot's going to make me so sick. And it's
Yeah.
because I think it's just because we are so healthy in general. But like, I want to like sometimes have the shot. And like, sometimes people hand it up, be like their
Yeah.
birthday. And I'm like, and I'm like spitting in a water thing just because I don't want to like
Yeah.
make
I
them
take
feel
like
like
a little. I take a sip of it, but like it's so. Yeah, I know.
Like, I know how we used to fake it anyway because we'd be like out in your 20s or whatever, 30s. And you didn't want to feel like the girl that didn't want to like have a drink sometimes. So
Right.
I'd be like, just give me club soda and a straw. I don't want people being like bothering me all night
Yeah.
because
Why
I don't
aren't
want
you
to
drinking?
drink.
Why aren't you drinking? Yeah.
Yeah, like
exactly.
we like barely drink now. Like we do. I'll have like equivalent of like 4 glasses of champagne a month, and I'll try a sips of cocktails, and that's like it. So
I will say a cocktail I really like, and actually Zero Bond makes this really, really yummy version of it. It's called a Carajillo.
oh yeah,
Yes. My husband told me about he's the one who turned me on to it because I used to love espresso martinis back in the
Mhm.
day. And he was like, if you like espresso martinis, he's like, you're going to love a Carajillo because it's like a version of that, but it's
Yeah.
with tequila. And I was like, with tequila? I was like, oh no. You know?
Yeah.
No. But it is so lovely. It's espresso, liquor 43, and tequila. And it is the most like frothy, smooth, iced coffee like feel drink that you can
Yeah.
have, and you dangerously don't realize that there's tequila in there. So
Jeremy loves them now
delicious.
because of Josh when we went out and he ordered them.
they're so good.
I can't say it.
Carajillo.
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 I know, but it
sounds
like cada.
oh,
Is that what
it's
it
like you're rolling the R.
I have no
Cara.
roll in my tongue. It's awful.
You just did it.
Yeah, but I was like faking. I was like kind of saying like carajillo. Like I'm not
Sure.
really rolling my tongue.
Char can totally do it.
Side notes. I'm trying.
Char can roll her
There's
tongue,
like I'm like
guys.
carajillo. I'm like, wait, no, just kidding. But like, I'll just point at it because I don't want to embarrass. Because then if I say it wrong.
You totally say it right.
Okay, cool. I'll do it like that. So you sent me a video this week, and this girl, which actually I didn't even know. Okay, the old meaning of girls girl. Let's talk about it because it's like weirdly going viral with it's honestly mostly with the younger
Of,
generation.
like, this new definition of it,
Yeah,
which I
just-
wasn't aware of.
I'm not cool
Yeah,
enough to
have you
know
guys
the
seen
new.
this? Yeah.
So people out there are trying to learn the Gen Z definitions. So, but back we were like, girls girl was just means that you supported women. You weren't like jealous hater type.
Right.
Now, girls girl is like you have to like lay down on the floor and like I don't know. I don't like the
It's
new
an
meaning.
odd definition. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like you know, like if you had to like tell someone and say, oh, if you have a nice dress, you have to be like, oh my God, I got it from here. And like, you have to kind of like, I don't know, swoon over each other. The way that
Which
they're
is weird.
describing it now is just like groveling at each other's feet. And I can't, you know, I don't know the exact definition, but there's a lot of, I was like seeing a lot of these videos circulating and they're like, well, she's just a pick me. She's a pick me. And a pick me is like the ones that are like, we used to call them, I don't know what we used to call them. It'd be the girls that was always hanging out with the guys that would be like, oh, I just get along with boys more. Those would be the pick me types, the ones that would always choose the men over the women, didn't really get along with the women, weren't the nice ones that if you were like complimenting them, they would compliment you back. But I don't like this ick of like having to be, I don't know, buttery sweet to everybody, even if I don't know you. And I personally can come off abrasive and I don't mean to, but I'm not like fake sweet. Right. If I don't like your dress, I'm not going to lie and be like, I like your dress. I might. And if something's, you know what I mean? Like if it's a close friend, I'm going to say something if it's not flattering because I'm a real friend.
Because I'm going to look out.
Yeah.
And be helpful.
If someone's like, let's hang out. I've had people, I would so be, I guess they would be like, she's a pick me now. Because the women would be like, oh, let's hang out sometimes. I don't say yes. I'm going to be like, I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't mean to be rude, but if I was said yes to everybody that was like trying to hang out with me, I wouldn't have time for my projects, my friends, my relationship. And it's like sometimes you're like, you know, like that doesn't mean I'm rude. It doesn't mean I'm not a girl's girl. It just means I have boundaries, dude.
Well, and I think there's something very different about the fact that, like you'd mentioned, you know, there are some women out there who do the whole like, hey, like, you know, I just have more guy friends or I just get along better with guys or whatever. And that's their own prerogative. But speaking for myself and our friend group, we have such a tight knit group of amazing girlfriends and amazing women who are like all killing it, all like doing really well in their own respective lanes. And like we all actually genuinely support each other.
I know. There's no jealousy.
There's no jealousy. There's zero hate. There's no, you know, if someone comes in with like constructive feedback or like wants to share something, it's accepted and it's met with like gratitude instead of like any sort of cattiness at all. And I just, I think that's really special. And I wonder if maybe some of the younger generations, because they grew up on social media and they grew up in this place where you have these interactions with people online. And even that to some, like there's no replacing in-person interactions.
Oh my gosh.
There's no replacing that time that you get when you go on a girls trip and do
the bonding,
do things with the girls. It's different than being in a group chat with them or like a Instagram DM group. Totally different. And I just think that special experience of spending time either one-on-one or in a group with your girl group, with your friends, people who are genuinely your friends. I feel like somewhere that's kind of lost sometimes with the younger generation. And that's why they end up with these weird girl relationships of not really being girlfriends with anybody.
Or
it's
like,
strange.
Why box people in and assume that they have to like you? They have to want to, you know what I mean? Be involved in everything or just respond to you. It's just like, hey, dude, like, you shouldn't have so much expectations on a stranger or other people as well. And if you need to set those levels of expectations with a woman that you're friends with, you're probably not that close. I have noticed, I have to say, like, we have a very unique friend group. And a lot of us became friends, like, that year that close to the time we both, like, moved.
Yeah, it's like 2010.
They say that in the first 6 months of you moving somewhere new, the friendships that you form will be the ones you carry with you through life.
So true.
And it has rang so true for me, too. And so, and I have a lot of new friends, but I don't, and I have some that are closer than others for sure. But in general, like with all the friendships that I have, because I'm a very social butterfly in the scene sometimes, but nothing compares to what we have in our friend group as a whole. It's just rare and we're very lucky. So I encourage people, like, keep looking. You may not be in the right friend group, man. Like, if you feel like you have to constantly walk on eggshells and keep everybody happy, we don't experience that. Like, we're not, like, when we're here, this is like how we are. Like, we're not like, oh, I'm afraid to say something, speak up, create a boundary. It's like, hey, no, I'm just too busy, or like, talk to you next month. There's so much going on. We would never feel a type of way about it.
And if you're in a friend group where you feel like if something good has happened to you and you can't share it,
it's so weird.
With your friend group, that is the wrong friend group for you.
I've definitely been in situations.
Those aren't your friends.
I know, and I've had like, it's like friendly, like some friends, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever had an interaction or congratulations or whatever, and I'll find myself making sure that I'll notice, big moments in their life, but I do notice it. But then in my mind, I do log people as like, okay, close, not that close.
Yes.
Like, you know, we do.
Like what circle, right?
Like,
because there's
you're my
lots
inner
of
circle.
circles. Yeah.
And then it's like the circle gets wider and wider and wider. And that's not bad, man. Like sometimes it's like fun to hang out with these certain friends and you're like, we don't need to run that deep. Like we can have a cocktail, catch up here, whatever, or work on something together or whatever it may be, go to an event and mix and mingle. But I'm not going to share my like deepest, darkest secrets with you. Not that I have deep, dark secrets really, but like I'm not going to share like my biggest parts of my life with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think like attracts like in every sense of the word, especially when it comes to girlfriends, your girl group. I think our girl group is so similar in the sense that we are fun and outgoing and genuine and enjoy being around each other and celebrating each other's wins, just having a great time.
Yeah.
That's contagious. I feel like that, and there's a reason why I look forward so much to spending time with our closest girl group, because it's always that type of almost like a high. It's like this like optimistic high where we're all laughing and having a great time, and you just feel so supported and loved.
Yeah.
And it's special. I think it's really special.
And I think a lot of women and men struggle finding friends, especially like later on in life. And so like, I just, you know, don't give up and just get involved, meaning take an invitation from one friend and meet their friends, you know, or just do something. There's so many like meetup groups, or if you're somebody that works from home, maybe try working in a co-working space. Or for me, it was, I moved here knowing nobody. And granted, I was younger than I am today, but I was still in my 30s no, I was in late 20s, sorry. And I didn't know anybody, but what I did is every invitation I took out, I would meet somebody and then I would make plans to see them again. And then it just built upon that. So whether you're joining, like having fun, like a pickleball league, but like even going someplace and having coffee regularly and getting to know the people who serve coffee, I did everything to meet people. Like I even knew my Starbucks girl name. Like I was really trying to connect with people so I could put my roots down. And I've been here for so many years now, since 2010. And I just like, I feel sad because there's a lot of people who don't know how to just meet people. And there's so many opportunities, but you do have to like put yourself out there and like,
you are not going to meet people in person by sitting at home and scrolling online.
We talked about this too, because like, how do you get around friends that do add life to your life? One is, first off, like, let's be real. You've got to be able to bring something to the table. So if you want to join the table, everybody's welcome to our table here. But if you want to join the table of people who are involved in their communities, it doesn't have to be that they're all wealthy. It's like they're creatives. They're really involved in something. They bring something to the table, whether it's a strength or a job that they do or a passion or a give back, whatever it may be. Like you also need to be somebody that is like, and I thought about this too. Like, would I want to be a friend to me? What kind of person do I need to become to have like the kind of friends that I want to have? And it takes a lot of work. Like you can't just show up empty-handed and expect to take out of these types of friendships. You also need to be working on yourself and finding ways, to, like I said, bring something. So then that way you can meet these people and form these friendships too. So it's not like people sometimes want to walk up to somebody and be like, oh, I like you, be my friend. But it's like, but why would we be friends? Do we help each other grow? Do we add to each other's plate? Like is there some reason like that we would be friends? And it's not even transactional. It's like, do we get along and we have like similar passions and morals or things that like inspire us? Maybe it's church. Maybe it's our kids having playmate dates and we get along so well just talking about motherhood. Like what could that be like? And finding the type of people, like I said, where you bring something that resonates with them will really help you out.
I think that values alignment, right? Whether it's looking for friends, whether it's looking for a partner, a life partner, or even a business partner, having values alignment.
Sure.
So baseline, if you meet someone who, even if they're the most gregarious person in the room or the most popular or the most whatever, and you like want to be around them, but then you quickly realize, actually, like, I don't think I want to be around them. There's something off, something's not firing, and or I just saw how they handled XYZ and like I don't like that.
Yeah.
it takes a certain level of awareness to be aware of that. And sometimes it takes some time too.
Yeah, it does.
To figure that out. But I think real magic happens when there's enough self-awareness to understand your values, and then you find great friends that also have that same values alignment, and that's where it just clicks, and you genuinely enjoy being around that person or that friend group, and you get something in the sense of like you feel more inspired when you're with them, or you feel more energized. Energized.
You should feel more energized.
You feel more
right.
energized, as opposed to feeling drained every time you spend time with this friend.
So true.
Or this partner or this business partner. That to me is a huge red flag, that there is just misalignment. And sometimes it takes some time to figure that out.
As we're closing, let's like run through some of the ways that we met some friends, like paid communities and non. And I'll tell you first, like I've met some from co-working spaces. We work here, so I met business people there.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then also just taking invitations to random things. You invited me in the beginning to so many things that introduced me to a lot of my friends, whether it was dinner, a cookout. Girl, you've invited me to cookouts. It wasn't like something like, I don't know, hoity-toity in a fancy place all the time. It was just like
social, just a social thing.
Social. Yeah. And let's see, or pickleball. I have made friends playing pickleball, which is really fun too. And there's so many opportunities to even try. You don't have to be good.
Yeah.
Just like try, just go meet people, like have fun. And then for paid communities, you've been involved a couple that have really impacted your life, and tell me which ones were worth it or not worth it.
Absolutely. So back in the day, this is 2015, somewhere in there. I joined a group that I don't think actually is around anymore. It was called YEC, the Young Entrepreneurs Council. This is, again, like back in the day. This is over 10 years ago. And I joined that. And that original crew of like, that's where I met Cody Sanchez.
Oh, that's how you met her.
I met
crazy.
Cody through that group.
Yeah.
God, who was in that group? Phil Laboon, Patrick Barnhill, Michael Shue. I mean, there was just this core group. Ian, gosh, I'm still Facebook friends with everybody.
Sure.
We're still connected online, of course, and have run into each other since then. But that core group from that, essentially, professional, like a business organization, really kind of set the tone of making me realize, oh my gosh, if I want to elevate, especially my career and business trajectory, how do I surround myself with people who are also building in my same direction and are aspirational and are doing the things that I also want to be doing? And now I'm part of YPO, the Young Presidents Organization.
And can you explain for each one what it takes to get in?
Yeah. So YEC, again, I really, actually, I don't think it's around anymore, but it was such a great organization during the time period it was around and cooking. At the time, you had to have a business that did at least $1 million in revenue. Okay. And you had to be under the age of, I think, 40.
Okay.
So it was this collective of people who we had all like hit our first 7 figures, and we were all kind of around the same age range and kind of doing all the same things. And so it was just fun and exciting. YPO, it's a global organization. So global has its own requirements. And then at the chapter level, for example, there's YPO Las Vegas. At the chapter level, there are requirements that change per chapter as well. Okay. Here in Las Vegas, minimum revenue, I believe, is $13 million. And you have to be under the age of 45. Okay. And that is so you have these baseline qualifiers. Sure. But with YPO in particular, they're very stringent in relation to making sure that they find folks who are serious about personal growth and personal development. So YPO in particular, it's not a business networking organization. It's not anything like that at all. It's not that at all. It is very much focused on personal development because there's, study after study that rings this true, where if you focus on your personal development of growing more as a person and growing more as someone who has self-awareness and empathy and just all these drivers that sometimes we don't focus on because we're so focused on building the business. If you're focused on those things, the outcome is that you will become a better leader in your businesses because you have been working so hard on yourself. And the journey that YPO and my forum have taken me on these past 6+ years, I 100% credit not only the successes in my businesses, but also the value and the improvement in my personal relationships, because it's made me more self-aware, and I still every day, it's a work in progress, like continue to work on myself.
And then wrap up with you were also a member at the Poodle Room, right? And then Zero Bond.
Yes.
Okay.
So there are private social clubs that are here in Las Vegas. Poodle Room was, I think, one of the first ones, or early one. And so I was part of that with their initial launch. And it's such an amazing space. It just, I think maybe it's like the hours as well just don't
Was
help
it working out?
Yeah, because it's only open like after 5 p.m. And so I'm part of the selection committee with Zero Bond, and I was one of their very, very early supporters. And shout out to Jeff Tomostik for bringing me on back in the very early days. I mean, this is almost 2 years ago when they started working and iterating this idea of bringing Zero Bond from New York and opening a Las Vegas chapter, basically headquarters at the Wynn. And
I love Zero Bond.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. And I love not only just how amazing, like the amazing space that they've built inside the Wynn to accommodate this private social club. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's stunning. But very smartly, they are open from 10:30 a.m. onward. And so we've been there many times. I've been there countless coffee meetings. Born. Yes, countless coffee meetings, countless lunches. Yeah, because I'm really able to utilize my membership there through that particular means of, if I've got a coffee lunch or a date lunch or a lunch meeting, I can do all of that in one place.
Let me explain it to you, because Zero Bond, for people listening, it's like, so it's this like private club of the Wynn. When you walk in, there's so many different beautiful rooms, and there's like artwork, and there's a bar, and there's like a little disco room, and there's an area outside that you can like overlook the golf course, right? Or is it patio? And then they have the restaurant, and then there's an upstairs, right? Yes, I've been up there once. And there's a pool room. There's a place to gamble, and it is fun. And then certain times of the night, it's popping a bit, and definitely like a who's who. And there's a long wait list to get in right now. But
yes, thousands on the wait list.
Oh my goodness! But thanks for helping me at least get in there.
But of course.
But anyway, it is something to aspire to get into, and I don't think anybody regrets that membership. So anyway, we need to wrap up this episode, but I think it was so good that we kind of like went off course from what we were planning, and just to talk about like these things, like, you know, spending time with people where it can really impact you. It's changed the trajectory of my life and my plans so much, just from one friendship. From our friendship, I met Cody. Because of Cody, Michael took me on as a client. Because of that, I was able to launch my own agency, and I was running an agency. It was smaller, but I was able to open it up even bigger and deeper. And that changed my business trajectory and also my friendship trajectory and all of the memories we've had together. And so I just want to like support the audience, who I know a lot of people tell me all the time, I struggle finding friends. Like, can we hang out? Can we hang out? And it's like, take some of these notes and just get out there a little bit, and don't give up to find the right circle, because one person that you meet can really change and open up doors.
The whole course of your life.
And open up doors that you never knew existed. So I just want to say thank you for that. Even just like this podcast, because we've had a lot of friends wanting to do this, and it just never felt right. But when you said, I want to do this with you, I was like,
well, and transparently, I mean, Char, so we were sitting at Zero Bond, and we're just catching up, and it was like a work day for both of us. So we're just catching up, laptops open, and she tells me about this podcast that she was planning to do. And I think there was maybe someone else you were maybe planning to do it with, and we kind of went down the rabbit hole on it. And I just said, well, look, if there's ever an opportunity, I would love to do something with you.
You're like, I would love to do a podcast with
You
you.
know?
And that
And she's
sealed
like,
the
"Wait,
deal.
what?"
Because you were very busy and I respected your time. And that's what I'm saying. It's just like, I knew for me to do, and I think anybody considering to do business is like being in a relationship with somebody.
Sure.
It takes years, and we have 16 years under our belt. So it
Of
was
rapport,
like
yeah.
no hesitation. And the only reason why
Mhm.
I hesitated with anybody else was because of the lack of time under our belt.
Mhm.
Wonderful people,
Mhm.
wonderful girl. But anyway, thank you for being with us today.
Yes.
And we can't wait to see you next week as we are doing these weekly. And if you have a topic you want us to cover, send us a message and we'll make sure to include it in one of our upcoming episodes.
Please like, please subscribe, and we totally welcome your feedback. We appreciate you guys.
Bye.